name of the Father and the Son
and the Holy Spirit, one Amen. كل سنة طيبين. Today, the second Sunday of the blessed month of Giyak. I heard the story, which is the angel of the Lord came and gave the announcement to Saint Mary that she would bear a child. Matter of fact, the first feast in our Coptic Orthodox Church, one of the first feasts one of the seven major feasts, the feast of the Annunciation, that when the angel came to Saint Mary, give her the good news that will be bearing a child. And this feast actually always comes on the 29 days of Baramhat, which normally around April 7. And if you count exactly 9 months from April 7 or 29 days of Baramhat, will be actually around January 7 or the 29th of Giyak. And the story, as you heard right now, the Saint Mary, so she was actually in Zacharias and Joseph's house, and the angel of the Lord came to her and gave her a great greeting. And he said to her, "Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women." And that's a beautiful greeting. I just want to stop for a little bit about it because it's a beautiful greeting that the angel of the Lord come to tell her, you know what? You are God's favor. You are God's favor. And I want to ask myself and ask yourself, how can I be God's favor? That's a beautiful greeting when you receive the angel of the Lord come to you, rejoice, highly favored one. Not only that, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women. Saint Ambrosius actually said something very beautiful. He said, she was the only one to be called highly favored and blessed. She's the only one. That's why we honor her in the church. For she's alone has obtained the blessing that no one, but only she obtained this blessing here. And he claimed and he said, because the reason is that she was full of grace. She was full of the Holy Spirit. So how beautiful, I want to get just a simple stop. How beautiful can you imagine God, the Lord God will send the angel to you. By the way, you are my favorite. Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you. Not only blessed you are among women. If I want to get a day in the liturgy telling God, how can I be one of your favorite? How can I be God's favorite? That's beautiful. Then Saint Mary actually, she was a little bit troubled when he gave her this greeting here. The reason is because in her mind, she planned to stay virgin and commit herself to virginity, to live a virgin life. But she asked him why. Why here actually coming for clarification? I'm a virgin. If I'm a woman married, and that's normal. For the Lord, the angel of the Lord told her, the archangel told her, you know what? This will happen through one thing only, through the work of the Holy Spirit. And he said to her that the one who is to be born will be called the Son of God. The one will be born of you, Saint Mary, will be not just a normal child, but will be called the Son of God. And I want to focus on Son of God because this is a foundation of our faith. That our Lord God, Savior Christ, came down to earth and became a man. That's why in John chapter 4, in chapter 1, verse 14, he said, the Word, or the Logos, or the mind of God, or God Himself, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And this is our foundation of faith. And that's why we have the beautiful teaching, or the beautiful concept in our church called Incarnation. And Saint Athanasius wrote a beautiful book called On the Incarnation. I encourage a lot of the young people actually to read this beautiful book here, On the Incarnation. So many people actually, not Christian, they struggle so much about how can God become a man. يعني لو في مصر يقول لك عز بالله ازاي تقول كده؟ That's impossible. How can God to be a man? How can God to be born like us? And this is actually the mystery of the Incarnation. The mystery of Incarnation. Matter of fact, in 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 16, he said, St. Paul to Timothy, great is the mystery of godliness. God manifested Himself in the flesh. God came down to earth and be like us. So that's the foundation of our faith. That's why a man, his name is Arius. In the 4th century, he said, you know what? No, he's not actually God. He came to be like God. Tell him no. And Saint Athanasius was very strong. And it was the first ecumenical council in 325. And they told him, no, Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, He is the Son of the living God. He is God. And that's why one time our Lord God Jesus Christ was gathered with the disciples. This is in Matthew 16, chatting with them and telling them, what do people say about me? What do everybody say about me? Somebody said, you know what, I think they can say you are John the Baptist. Somebody said you are Elijah. Somebody said, you know what, you can be the Elijah or John the Baptist or Jeremiah. And he said, what do you say about me? And this is the same question right there. What do you say about Jesus? Simon Peter was inspired by the Holy Spirit and said in Matthew 16:16, he said, you are Christ, the Son of the living God. And this has become the foundation for our faith, that the one who was born of St. Mary, the one who walked like us, ate like us, came from heaven to save me. He is the Son of the living God. That's why I love St. Mark when he wrote his book. You know, the style of St. Mark when he writes, he gets to the point. St. Mark is not like St. Luke or St. John actually is trying to prove to us the divine nature of Christ when he said, the beginning with the Word was with God, and the Word was God. But St. Mark, when he started his gospel, in Mark 1:1, he said, in the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. That's it. He's going to get to the point right away. You know what? Jesus Christ, the one who was born of St. Mary, the one who walked like us, the one who died on the cross for us, the one actually some people have an obstacle. How can God become man? He's not just a normal person, but actually he is God. And a beautiful expression we like to use always, he is the incarnate Word or the incarnate God. That's our Savior. So the incarnation means God's appearance in the human flesh. And this is, by the way, we took it lightly. And all of us, oh, big deal. But honestly, this is a very important concept. Can you imagine God to become like you? And St. Athanasius said, actually, God became like us so we can become like him. God became like us so we can learn to become like him. And this is the mystery of the incarnation. When men fall down, God decided, you know what should I do? To be honest with you, God would have said to himself, you know what? Man, I created you. When I created you, I was so kind to you. I said, you know what? I'm going to create you like you become in my image. In the image of God, God created male and female. All of us are. But man actually did not disobey God and fall into sin. The wage of sin is what? Death. God would have said, you know what? I will destroy the human nature and create another creature. He can do that. But if he do that, that means, you know what, when he did something, it did not work out. But God, no. I will take the responsibility and I will come down, I will save mankind. Some of the people actually, when you read the book on the incarnation of St. Athanasius, he's answering a very simple question, by the way, but tough question. He answered the question, was repentance sufficient? Can you imagine Adam and Eve went and tell God, sorry, we committed sin, forgive us. Repentance was sufficient or not sufficient? St. Athanasius said actually repentance was not sufficient because it's not going to fulfill the justice of God. But also I wanted to imagine somebody smoke, and the result of the smoking that he become actually ill or have cancer. If he stops smoking, the disease is still in him, the cancer is still in him. But therefore, Adam and Eve, even if they could say sorry or repent, somebody has to know the nature of man. And the only one is God himself who came down to earth. So I want to speak to you about the power or the goal of the incarnation. That our Lord came down to earth, walked like us, and become like us. One of the beautiful goals of the incarnation, number one, to reveal God's love to us. The incarnation actually revealing God's love to us. And for example, God, when he created us, he said, I'm going to create you in my image. That's actually very kind from God and very loving from God to tell me, you know what, you're going to be in my image. You and I, when we say, how do you see God's love? You can tell me, I can see his love on the cross. But truly, the love of God manifested when man fall down. As a true father will always say, he labored for us. He said, you know what, man fall down, I will come down to him. I will actually come down to save him. I'm not going to talk about the concept, what are the requirements of the Savior, but I want to focus on this one. He came to show his love to mankind. That's why in John chapter 3, verse 16, he said, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son to save us. So in the incarnation itself, revealing the incarnation, when God came down to earth and become like us, he revealing God to us. You know what? God, as the Bible mentioned, no one has seen God. In the Old Testament, even no one has seen God. But how beautiful the incarnation brings God to us. In other words, actually, God became tangible to us. We can see Him, we can touch Him, we can feel Him. زي ما الأنبا موسى بيقول we can even eat Him. يعني تعرف لما واحد يحب حد قوي يقول له إيه؟ أنا بحبك قوي عايز أكلك. إحنا برضه من كده إيه؟ That's become tangible for us. And this is the beauty of the incarnation of our Lord Jesus Christ. God came to love us. But the question, do I love Him the way He loves me? And he came down as a true father. I tell you a simple story actually. There's a story actually happened that was a king that he did not believe in God, and especially with the concept of the incarnation, he did not believe in it. So he came one of the ministers came to tell him, look, he's a Christian. He said, you know what? I am a king. If I want to give an order, don't tell me God will come down to earth, because he can give an order to anyone. As we always say, he did not send an angel nor prophets. But you know what? Why God has to come down? The king actually, this minister actually told me, you know what? God came down because He's my father. He said, no, it does not make sense. Why you couldn't send anybody? I told him, you have to answer me. Tell him, give me 3 days. The story said actually, he went and the king had a beautiful child, 8 years old. So he told the girl that was taking care of his child, he told her, look, I'm going to give you a statue, has the same image of the child, and let him dress up the same clothes as his son. And I wanted to walk in the garden, and the garden was like a lake. So I went, while you are walking in the garden, take the child and fall in the lake. But you do this when I signal to you. So he was walking with the king, and he saw this lady here. Tell her, don't be afraid, the king will not punish you or anything, I'm going to talk to him. They were walking together, and he signaled to this woman here, raised his hand, and she took the child and she fell into the lake. Suddenly the king ran by himself and jumped into the lake, tried to save his son. After he came down, he did not find that it's not his son. He was angry. So he told him, no, don't get angry. Actually, I need this actually to prove to you, God had to come down because He's a true father. He loved us as a children. And therefore, as حتى أنا فاكر remember واحد صعيدي كان speaker بيقول لك إيه, I wouldn't accept anybody to come لأني if I'm sick, my father has to come to save me. How can send somebody else? How can you imagine كده when your son is sick, you said, look, I'm going to send a flower to him. I'm going to send one of my workers to him. You as a father will go to him. But the incarnation revealing God's love to us. Number 2, actually, the incarnation of our Lord is destroying the work of the devil. There's a beautiful verse actually in 1 John, chapter 3, verse 8. He said, for this purpose, the Son of God was manifested. Why? For what purpose? He said, for this purpose, the Son of God was manifested, that He may destroy the works of the devil. So actually, the manifestation of our Lord God Jesus Christ came to destroy the work of the Satan in me, to help me to be a new person. It's exactly like we know Saul. He went out to persecute the church. Once our Lord God Jesus Christ manifested Himself to him, and Saul become Saint Paul, become a Christian. Instead of persecuting the church, he died for Christ's sake. So the goal of the incarnation also to destroy the work of the devil in us. I'm sure all of us will fight temptation every day. We fight the devil every day, but we need God to manifest in my heart and to work in my heart that He can change me. As Saint John Paul said in Galatians chapter 2:20, he said, I have been crucified for Christ. It's not who I live, but Christ who lives in me. So the incarnation, number 1, revealing to us God's love, destroying the work of Satan, and the incarnation also means God became close to us. Tangible. We can feel Him, we can touch Him. And this is actually the mystery of the Christian life. The mystery in our church, that God is not just above me, higher than me, but actually God is with me. And this is very clear in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14, when He said, a virgin will give birth to a child, and this child will be called Emmanuel. What the word Emmanuel means? Emmanuel means God with us. Yani, can you imagine when He came down? God is with you. You're going to work, God with you. You have a problem, God with you. You have any struggle in your life, God with you. It's a beautiful feeling to feel, you know what? It's not who I live, but actually Christ lives in me. He lives in me and guides me, supports me, and helps me throughout my life. How beautiful the concept of the incarnation, that, the incarnation, our Lord God Jesus Christ came down to earth and became like us, so one day we'll become like him. And in during Tazbihah, by the way, he took what's belonged to us and gave us what's أخذ الذي لنا وأعطانا الذي له. He took what's belonged to us and gave us what belonged to him. You know what? He took all kinds of things that takes me away from him and put in me purity, put in me a good heart. And that's why he said, if anyone in Christ is a new person. May God help all of us really to really enjoy the birth of Christ. Until our Lord God Jesus Christ, as we are going to celebrate your birth, but I want you, Lord, to come be born in my heart. Be born in my life. And help me. When I walk, you walk with me. So I can feel and I can say Emmanuel, which means God with me. And glory be to God forever.